Step 1. Start your brick wall at the corners. Firstly, lay out the bricks at both ends of your wall where the pillars will start. This should be done after any necessary foundations have been prepared. Using your string line, make a straight guideline at brick height between the two outside bricks. Step 2. Mix the mortar. Following this, heap 5 shovels full of sand and 1 of cement on an old board. Turn shovel to mix to a consistent color. Form a central hollow. Pour in water and mix. Repeat for a smooth, creamy texture that's wet but not too loose. Step 3. Lay the first course of bedding mortar. Next you should lay a 1 to 2 cm mortar bed along the string line. Starting at one end, lay the first brick and tap slightly to bed in. Butter up one end of the next brick with mortar and abut it to the first. Repeat using string line as a guide. Step 4. Create the brick pillars. At the point where you want your pillars to start, place a brick side onto the end of the wall. As you build up the wall, each consecutive course of pillar bricks must be laid in the opposite direction. Step 5. Cutting bricks. When building pillars, at certain courses you'll need to lay half bricks. To make a cut, place the brick on its side, locate the bolster at the split point and strike the head firmly with a club hammer. It should split cleanly first time. Step 6. Keep the pillars one course ahead. Always build at least a course higher on the pillars than the rest of the wall. Move the string line up as you build, bedding it into the mortar on the pillars. For a stretcher bond, the end of each brick should be over the center of the one beneath. Step 7. Make sure you're sticking to 10 mm mortar joints. Horizontal and vertical mortar joints should be 10 mm thick. With standard bricks there should be 75 mm from the top of each brick to the top of the one beneath. If your bricks soak up moisture fast, you may want to joint up Step 10 as you go. Step 8. Add a coping stone. You may want to add a coping stone to finish when you reach the top of the pillars. Alternatively, you could create a pleasant effect at less cost by bedding bricks into the mortar on their sides. Step 9. Decorative brick soldier course. Adding a soldier course is an attractive option to top the main part of a garden wall. Turn your bricks vertically lengthways and lay along the full length. Use a second, higher string line to keep a uniform finish. Step 10. How to finish the mortar beds. To finish the beds, use the rounded edge of a brick jointer to scrape mortar into the joints. Start with the horizontal lines and follow with the vertical. It's easier to remove any excess mortar this way. Step 11. Clean up. Lastly, give the finished wall a gentle brush over and clean up any mortar that has fallen onto the floor before it dries. You can use water to wash cement away from the floor, but be sure to keep it away from your newly built wall. Subscribe like Gorilla Cake.